Good evening and welcome to episode 126 of season 8 of Factory Town, where I have been looking at things. Now, last episode we were trying to figure out things with books, as we have been for pretty much every episode. Why is there a rail loader there? Did I put that in? Nah, confusing. Random things are happening. We're haunted. Yeah, I was looking at things for books. Always books. All the books. We always need books. And we have an issue here of where is it here? Our magic books aren't getting the ethers they need. These are full. So we got full and full. This one's empty. But unfortunately, what happens here is this does not last very well. I'm going to pause the game and let this go for a bit. Yeah, this does not last very well. A train turns up, drops some stuff off, which is fine. As you can see there, we're getting some air soak going in here. But it doesn't last very long. And the issue is that the trains pick up the ether here. They pick it up here, and then they drive this way, and then they go all the way up here, all the way along that track up there, all the way down here, and all the way along here to get to here. And that's just bad. That's just really bad. Now, I did mention many episodes ago about changing the rail system so trains actually know which direction they should go and how they should do it. I don't really know whether that's something I can do now, because of the design that we've got. I don't really think it's something that's possible to have like this return rail if we've got here actually pick and choose. You know, if you're going to this place here, that the only way I can think of doing it is perhaps changing up the way this system works. So the way this loop works is, so instead of having hey, if you're empty and you are this thing here, come down here and go back again, it should be something like we have like a pickup tag and a drop-off tag. And you know, if this would be tagged with, hey, if you are dropping off at artistry, knowledge, industrial processing, you should go this way. If you're not, you should go the other way. And then this one would be like, hey, if you're picking up from magic, you should turn here. If you're picking up from that one, you should turn. The problem to that is that if, for instance, we'll do this one here. So we have our trains pick up the ether, and they come along, and then they turn down here, and this says, hey, if you're dropping off knowledge, you should come down here. And they'll come along, and then they'll hit this button here and go, hey, I'm magic pickup, so I want to come down here. And they're just driving the loop. So we need a way to skip this one if they're full, but then we need a way to drop off here if they're not full. So it becomes extremely complicated. What I need is tables. I need an actual train table. I need to take these, and I need to go, hey, instead of you being an artery tag, you should be a train that delivers from, it doesn't really work with our drop-off train, so like this one here. This is a mining train. So instead of being a mining train, this will be a mining to magic train. So we will follow mining dash magic, for instance, that sort of tag to it. And then I'd have to tag all the things saying like, hey, if you are, I'd have to tag every single sorter with every single tag. That wouldn't work either. I don't know how to do it. I genuinely don't know how to do it, other than maybe build a second rail on the back here that would go. I don't really know how we would do that sort of thing. It's not. It might be something I could figure out if I was building the rails new, because I designed them very differently. You know, instead of having the rail in between these, we'd have rails on the outside, and then we just have to have turn-offs so that you know, a train comes along a track and says, hey, I'm going this way, so I should go that way, or I'm going this way, I should go the other route. Simple as that. It just picks which direction it goes, and then when it comes out of the place, it picks which direction. So it goes, hey, if it's coming out of artistry and it's magic, it will turn this way to magic, or if it's the other one, it will turn the other way. And that would work so much better. But I don't know if I could do that with this that I've got here, because there's no way of doubling up, of backing up the loop. So what we might do, instead of me waffling and things, I'm just going to build a line dedicated for this stuff, for the ether. That's what we're going to do. We're going to build a dedicated ether line. Okay, Boom. And what we're going to do is we're going to do this. So you're going to come down here, do this, and then you're going to cross this track here, and then you're going to go this way. I could fix it by adding more trains to it. We could just add the 4 trains that we have here to it. But I kind of feel that if I did this, we could have actually less trains. We wouldn't actually need 2 of each train. We could get away with probably 1 of each train. So you're going to come all the way down here. And you want to drop off here? Nope. Here, that one. Okay, so we're just going to go to the end and just join this here. Which is not the absolute optimal route, but it works for our train system. So we go down here, then we do that. There we go. Boom. The trains will come along and they'll turn down here. And this will be absolutely fine. Now, I don't know whether the sort of will actually let the train pass there, now I think about it, because they're not knowledge trains. They are... Let us test. Let us test. So you are an ether train. Come back. So you're doing the thing. Go, train, go. So you stop and pick up, and then you come back on the track here, and you are dedicated to this track here. I think that sort of is going to actually prevent this train from crossing. I believe that's how they work. Let's have a look, see how it does. Follow the train, follow the train. Ooh. Okay, so he's coming up to the crossing now, and yeah, he gets stuck. I thought so, because sorters will not allow things that to pass them if they're not the tag that they want. So what we've got to do here is remove that, remove the rail underneath, reapply that, and then we've got to just do this. That's going to be the easiest way to do it. There we go. Boom. So yes, it crosses the lines, and that's bad. But it's okay, because this outside track isn't particularly used. It's used a lot for mining, but it's not really used for anything else. So we've got another one coming along. And then these will fill up this way quicker, which will keep our magic books supplied better. And everything can be awesome. Now, this stop here shouldn't be set to hold until empty. No, not. Okay. Yeah, see, this train's coming back because he's empty now. But that's fine. He'll just skip that and carry on. And everything will be fine. Everything will be absolutely fine. Awesome. So, and then that will speed up these trains here, because then they can pick up more books, because we'll have more books. So, yeah, there we go. Okay. Dedicated line. The only issue is that obviously this train could get caught here, but then they'll just stop. They'll just stop. There won't be any line disconnected or anything like that, because this is a crossing. There is no way for the train on the top track to join the bottom track or to go down here. I think there's no... It can only go forwards. So, okay. And they'll still get fuel, because they can get fuel here. Fuel and water right here. So, there we go. That's going to speed up that. That's going to make life a lot easier for us here to do the thing, which is fantastic. And I probably don't even need 4 lots of trains doing this. I'm going to leave it for a minute so we can just saturate the whole thing, and then we'll look at turning it down later. So that's hopefully going to fix that, and then hopefully our happiness can get a boost again. Our happiness has dropped again. And speaking of happiness, it was pointed out in the comments. Thank you all very much again for all the comments. I love how many comments and things. It's fantastic. I love it. It's brilliant. I'm just trying to bring up the last. Jake Toro mentioned about caravans. Caravans. What we had, the issue with our Omni Temple when we first got it is, if you tell a worker to pick up and drop off, the worker will sit here and wait until it can drop off, and it won't move again. So we added the second command to say, hey, drop off back in the silo. Even if the silo's full, because they've got 3 commands, which are different buildings, it will go to here, well, I can't do this thing, so move on to the next one. To here, well, I can't do that thing, so move on to the next one. If there's only 2, it will wait and sit. Now, Jake Sora pointed out that maybe caravans do the same thing, but to my knowledge, they don't. What happens with the caravan is that when one of these slots has a space in it, because it treats each individual inventory slot separately, if one has a space in it, it will then go, hey, I've got 1 space, so I will go and carry on my task. Because these 2 tasks, each task is for each individual inventory slot. So technically, this caravan has 8 tasks. That's my understanding of it. Now, I may be wrong on that. But you see here, like there you go. See that? He dropped down 2 cake, but he picked up more cake and carried on. See, right now he can't drop off anything because he's both full. But we'll wait for a bit, and we'll see. Hopefully, some cake will sell, or something will go. It's gonna flash up very, very quickly. I think, perhaps, maybe, I don't know. It's not gonna do it. It's not gonna do it. Cake takes so long to bake. Right. So you are saying you've got nothing to pick up, which is fine. What about you? You're a quicker thing probably. Yeah, there you go. See, that's dropping 1 at a time each one, but you see that's flickering. Every now and then it's flickering, like it's selling a fish. I think it was. So when one slot becomes free, it checks its task against each slot individually. So it will go, hey, if I've got, even though my cooked beef and cooked fish are, see there you go, so fish dropped, boom, boom, dropping, and then it refilled the fish, even though these 2 are full. Even though these 2 are still full and it can't drop off those, it went to refill the fish because it's like, well, hey, I've got a space. So that works individually. So our happiness dropping isn't on the delivery issue, it's on a supply issue. We're not supplying enough goods for things. Which is kind of what we were looking at here. So water is good, all this stuff at the top is good. Reinforced planks and pickaxes are good. Shoes, warm coats, medical wraps are good. Books? Books are okay. So we've got the happiness bonus, but we haven't got the supply. Apple pie is struggling. Oh no! Apple pie, we'll have to look into that. And our tomes again, which is again books. So hopefully the magic thing will fix itself. That's here. And I think that is just purely a case of now, yeah, see, even with this extra added line here, we've still used up a whole 200 water before another train has delivered water. But we're not empty now. So there we go. Now we're filling back up again. So it's not empty. So what was happening was that this was emptying, and then the train got here afterwards, and then obviously it had to run along all the belts and things, which added a delay, and it caused problems here. Also, something is definitely wrong with the air ether. We don't appear to be getting as much in, or maybe it's just because it's... Yeah, I think our transportation... yeah, the delivery is the problem here. So we are very much struggling here. So the biggest issue I'm having is that it's not pulling out of the here fast enough, and that's because my frame rate is low, so it's missing tick rates on here. I did try to explain this last episode, but essentially by default the game engine should try and do 20 ticks a second, so it should try and pull out 20. Let's see if it's left by default. But what's happening, because my frame rate is lower than 20, it's missing ticks, so there might be gaps on the line. So you can see here, stuff is not moving evenly the way it should do. I mean, the only way I can fix that, you see I've already got my graphics quite low, is to drop my draw distance down, like this, okay, which may look okay, like this, doesn't actually help my frame rate is still exactly the same, but then when I look up and do this, you don't see anything on the belts, you don't, so you get these weird little like they shrink, just as an indicator that stuff's going on, but still doing that is just tanking my frame rate. It's just it's a limitation of playing the game for so long All games essentially do it. If you play any huge building game, they all get to the point where you're just eventually gonna you run out. You're gonna run out of everything. None of these particularly affect frame rate at all, because it's not frame rate that's the problem. It's not graphics that's struggling. My graphics card is doing absolutely fine right now. It's the Unity, the game engine it's running on, is single threaded basically. There are multi-threading ways of doing things, and it's just dying. It's just dying. It's capping one of my threads, and it's just dying. Yeah, Factory Town is absolutely pegging one of my threads. So, well, Windows is good at evening stuff out, but you know what I mean. You know, it's just optimization. The game engine is limited in that respect. I don't think there's anything Eric could do to really negate it, other than completely rewrite it to be dots or multi-threaded, which I don't think is worth doing for him, because that would be like a Factory Town 2 project, basically, which would be cool, but meh. Anyway, so now that is done, I don't know what to do now. Basically, we need to just look at this supply and try and fix this supply. So let's see what our issue is going on here. So apple pie and all these books. Air is really struggling. I don't know why air is struggling above everything else. That is the one that's weirding me out a little bit. What have I got something wrong here? Is there something wrong with the air one? Is there like a belt somewhere that I've missed that is still... No, you're getting in and unpacking them as soon as they appear. Air is just really struggling for some reason. Air ethers. I mean, I don't know of any other way to fix it other than doubling up on the belts, which is, I mean, doable, awkward, doable. We could use Omni pipes for it because we have sped up Omni pipes. Speaking of speeding up Omni pipes, let's do that again. That was the big vote. Is basically the thing that's going to help us the most is the Omni pipe speed. Hopefully, Omni pipe speed it will counteract the low tick rate, and we'll do things. So we're going to go to 400 coins. So let's use Omni pipe. Boop. Yay! There we go. Oh, it doesn't double. So it goes 1, 2, 4, 7. I thought we'd go 8, but it doesn't. So no, okay, that's fine. That's fine. And we have enough. We don't, but we do have plenty of purple coins. Yeah, purple coins are okay. Right, so apple pie. Let's go and have a look at apple pie. Let's see what's happening here. This is not apple pie. This is going to be apple pie. You are the bakeries. Are you making apple pie? No, apple pie's artistry, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, apple pie's artistry. Why are you struggling? What is wrong here? Flour. Apples, sugar, flour. Okay, let's go over here to flour and have a look, see how flour is doing. Boom. Flour's doing fine. Get ourselves another flour train, shall we? See whether that could help migrate the problem. Or mitigate the problem, sorry, not migrate. Migrate would be moving it somewhere else. Mitigate is to get rid of altogether. So, let's see whether that helps. Many trains. Many trains. Oh, our cotton is struggling. Oh, no. Oh, no. 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 If the cotton is struggling, that means the books are stopped. And if the books are stopped, no! No! Why is cotton struggling? Come to me, cotton. Where is cotton? Where is cotton? Cotton's here, isn't it? Yeah. Do we just only have one cotton train? We may only have one cotton train. I'm not sure. build another one. Farming. 1, 2, 3, 4. And cotton. Go. Okay. Okay. This is fine on mechanical belts, on metal belts, because this does not pack fast enough to warrant the use of blue belts, metal belts. So more trains, more trains. And then so you're struggling for bread. That's why apple pie is struggling, because there's no bread. There's no bread, no flour. Not bread, flour. Okay. Do. Flour's not being used elsewhere, is it? I don't think so. Oh. Also, do those trains turn back here? They should do, shouldn't they? Yeah, processing. Yeah. But then they turn back here if they're empty, which makes sense. Because we don't want them to turn back if they're full, because there might be other delivery slots they go to. So, yeah, you're now full of goods. This is awesome. You don't need fuel. That's fine. We took fuel off the delivery system. You're still struggling. Or you got sunflower. Okay, that's good. Flour is ironically being delivered by Omnipipes. Is it a case of that you are not unpacking fast enough? No, you are unpacking fast enough. You're not delivering fast enough. We only have one flour? Really? Why did we do that? Seems like a bit of an oversight. I think this is another one where I am... oh, no, we don't want apples. Stop. Stop, that was a mistake. Well, there we go. This is one where I made it look good rather than trying to make it effective, if that makes sense. I tried to make things like even and balanced, and that's not how it's really going to work. You need multiple belts of this and only one belt of that. Like, probably should have had like 4 belts of flour, 2 belts of sugar, 1 of butter, and 2 of apples. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 9 belts. Really. And then you've got to unpack a lot of stuff. So you definitely could do with some boosters. You could definitely do with some boosters. But now you don't have any flour in there because we've run out of flour again. Didn't really look at what we used here. What I should have done was basically add up everything together of what is used. You know, like this recipe uses so much of the raw materials. Add them all up together to see what is what, and then balance this to be on like, hey, this might need way more than just 2 flour. It might need 4 flour, for instance, or. But then it's only got 1 of everything, 2 sugar and 2 flour, so actually it's probably pretty even. Might just be a delivering problem. We might just not be delivering enough stuff. Might need even another flour train. Let's build another flour train. More trains. More trains until we completely block up the whole thing and cannot move anymore. More trains. Flour. Processing. Oh. Boop. The wood train coming back. That's an animal feed train. I really would have thought the flour trains would be coming back along here. There's flour train. There's an iron ore train. Steam pipe. Wood train. That's really... Actually, that is a little worrying. Why Where are my flower trains going? Processing that is spelt correctly. Yeah, because the train was using it. What? There's a flower train. Okay, so you've come down here. That's good. Right. Okie dokie. That was weird. I built... Do we only have one flower train? Was that what it was? Was there literally only just one flower train? I mean, that is quite possible. That is entirely possible. There was only one flower train. Okay, okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. I'll have to just, again, leave this running for a bit and see what happens. Animal feed train. Yeah, that would come from that line. That's fine. And I just need to keep an eye on the flower, because I'm like, where are my flower trains? They're picking up the flower, but I do not see them. There's one. Mind you, they're all kind of... This is getting really stuck now. This is getting really stuck now. I feel as if we kind of... I'm building myself into a corner more and more. The more I add trains, the more I'm building myself into a corner because of how things are here. So... might need to do something about the train system, but that's a huge overhaul that I need to do. Which is something that may need doing. It just may need doing. Full stop. But I don't know how. I don't know how I would go about doing that. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah, it might be time to relook at the train system and try and figure something different out. Maybe doubling up the tracks on the outside and then just having them, as I said, turn off. You know, if they're delivering, go down to here. And then come straight back, or if they're not, then go to this one and come straight back. And just have, you know, if you are tagged with this, then you should go that way, and if you are tagged with that, you should go this way. So, you know, a train like animal feed still has to go round the whole loop. Basically, it's got to go up to there because it's directly opposite where it is, but it would at least spread some of the load out between places, and some trains would have much shorter routes as well, possibly. I don't know. It is looking more increasingly like I'm going to have to fix the trains, which is going to be a lot of effort, but in for a penny, in for a pound. Okay, so we'll leave this one here. I will leave this running for a bit and we'll see how it goes, and hopefully our apple pie can become better. Our magical knowledge is just dying death. And I think that is... might be a distribution problem. This is the one. This one. No. This one. Oh, not enough enchanted books now. Why is that? Why not enough enchanted books? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Don't you dare tell me there's not enough. Don't you dare tell me there's not enough crystals. Because look at this. Look, there are crystals to spare here. All right. Okay. Maybe we just need to recharge things faster, which we can't do because this is as fast as it will go. Maybe we get some recharger research. I don't know. But we'll come back next time. We'll carry on from there. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.